All right, folks, like I promised, right? I told you guys I'm gonna be doing a part 2. Probably ends up being a part 3, part 4, part 5. You know, however it is. I'm not gonna show everything, but I will show this part right here. So you guys wanna know what it looked like? There it is right there. Look, still no windows and all of that. I'm still trying to figure it out. These got fiberglass doors on it, a fiberglass one-piece front end. Well, I ain't gonna say it's a one-piece because the hood comes off too. You know what I mean? So that comes off. We were talking, it was myself, Patrick, and Bodie, and we were just saying, probably for the weight of this, we know somebody that can give us metal, right? And then we can get some metal, get it shaved and get them, you know, light as possible. Even the doors, we could put regular doors back in here. Hey, I will say this, Marlon, that's the dude who owned this shop right here. He probably salivating because look, that means I gotta come back. You know what I mean? But look, we're gonna take the doors off, put metal on here, and I think we're gonna put this car in all glass, all steel class. You know what I mean? We shooting for this being the fastest, one of the fastest cars on the West Coast, period. Hey, ain't no whole lot to talk about right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm eager to get this in here because listen, we got to get on the road tonight. Probably leave here about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the AM, you know what I mean? And get down there to John Meade's, move some race cars around, push this in, get on the road, and then we off to the valley to go pick this up. So I'll be meeting Giuseppe and a couple of other people, pick up my motor, and then we take that back, and then we get ready to drop this in here and start wiring the car. Hey, so with that being said, gaze.
It already sounds mean with no motor.
I got a bug, buddy. When you turn, we wouldn't be able to push it when you turn it. It's that direct posi. Right now, I'm out of breath, man.
Give him a minute, bro.
You got to give me a minute, man. Hey, it's easy. You only carrying that camera. Right, then it probably just needs a little adjustment. But these aren't the tires that fit on there.
Oh.
Hey, this go out to all the people that say, AB, you always got your hands in your pocket. And somebody doing it. John Meade, I told you I can work. This is probably gonna work against me in the long run. You know what I mean? But I ain't got no help now. Julie around here running behind this camera. Man, I put some sweat on my mustache. Hey, I'm gonna show you how much fuel is. I can't believe fuel here is $2.97 a gallon or something like that. It say $2.89. What's going on, man? Good morning. Happy holidays, man. I'm gonna come back and get my change, but I need 200 on 43. No truck number. Now, if you guys look outside, you know, obviously we down here in Cali, right? But you can tell we're close to the ocean. Look at the marine layer. This is something that I miss. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't like it, but it's just one of the things that just take me back. You know, when I lived out this way, we catch this fog, you know, stuff like that. It look good back here.
Yeah.
We got the car in the back. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm windy. You know what I mean? It's a trip getting older. You know what I mean? Not being able to. Man, I used to be able to push something like that. I could run around this whole block with it by myself. With the age and the kind of lifestyle I live right now, I'm not as active as I used to be. I will say this, I have dropped 11. I'm gonna try to drop at least another 40. Gotta quit having everybody do stuff for me. Now what I'm gonna do now is close up this trailer, drive it back around the corner, and park in front of John Meade's house. Getting like a feel of the car. Yeah, that's right. So just to get the gist of how it's gonna end up looking, you know what I mean? Once we put the molding on here, and you know, things like that. But today, this is coming off. Just stay tuned. You know what? It's gonna be a whole lot of talk and everything. Let me keep my mouth down. I mean, my voice down. He does have a neighbor that's right, you know, like next door. Gotta respect that. And then we gotta respect the household. You know what I mean? Maria's in the inside in there, you know, doing her thing. You know, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to send y'all on a Disney trip, bro.
Hey, man, looking sexy over here, huh? We're gonna have to put her on a pole and get. Ooh. This is probably probably 11 inch. No, yeah, it's probably 12. You're probably right. It's probably a 12. So that's cool though, because it's gonna give it that stretch. I like that.
Only thing we gotta do now is, if you look right here,
Oh,
Ben, he gonna put a kick into this. Like it's gonna come
kick
out.
Kick out. Follow this bar.
Yeah,
It's gonna
follow this. Yeah, the same on this side, and then come down and go under.
You gonna love it, bro. I mean, trying to balance 2-3 cars ain't gonna be fun anyway. It's tough, bro. I've never seen nobody balance out good like that.
You know what? To be honest with you, man, I'm gonna be honest. It is me. It's more sentimental to myself.
Right.
Because I done had street cars, put big motors in them and ran, did my street race thing, went out, made a name with a pan car. Then that's my first race car ever. I call that a race car.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then look, and a lot of that got to do. And then I'm not putting nothing on him, but I be feeling like, man, this is what got us really going. Right. You know what I mean? I don't want to take it from him, but he didn't express to me several times. He said, AB, that's your car. If you sell it, I'm gonna quote you. You said you feel no kind of way. Talk to him. These people, they work with me and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But for now on, I'll just talk to you direct.
Absolutely.
You're not that far away from him. He's in Lakewood, California.
Oh, okay.
Lakewood. You know what I mean? So if anything needs to be done or whatever, his name is John Meade. He speaks for myself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So when you need money, he'll just tell me like, hey, and I'll just sell you the money.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, no problem.
No problem.
This it right here? No.
No. You want to see it at least and stuff? Yeah, come on in. This obviously is super temporary. The timing pointer, I'm sure Giuseppe kind of talked to you about that. Usually is built into the engine plate because there's nowhere to put them on LSs. Yeah. Especially with one with this crank trigger wheel deal. Okay. Sometimes you can come off of this and make one, but now you're interrupted with this guy here. I've made another bracket before where it uses this cam sensor still, but it's like kind of like one of these, and it's got a fuel pump drive and a pointer. Everything's built into one piece.
Okay.
But it doesn't use this guy. It uses this guy. I didn't know what you were doing, so I didn't want to keep on just like bolting shit on. And then you go to put a plate on, and it doesn't fit. That's like the worst thing ever. Is like have a real elaborate system, and then it doesn't fit.
What if I bring the motor back?
That's fine, and I'll finish it. I'll put the pump on, and that's what I said originally to Giuseppe. I told him, dude, if you want, just bring me the plate, and I'll mount the crank trigger, because the crank trigger doesn't even bolt to this block.
No,
it's gonna have to bolt to the plate right now. Okay. So that's what they do. They come over here, they go on a cart, and then I work between the assembly room and the carts and everything. For sure, not all these are builds. These are a lot of these. We do a lot of machine for other shops.
Okay.
So more than half of these are for another business, pretty much, and everything. Okay. I'm waiting on the dry sump pump just to finish this one off, but this is gonna probably be a small tire deal. The dyno room, it's a little messy now because of us just getting other things done, but both these I got a dyno still. This dyno, the highest power I've had on here was, I think I made about 2,200 here. One motor up front, it's got a sheet metal intake, everything that came in. The guy was looking to make like 1,200 horsepower. And I looked at everything. I actually put the motor together, but he brought me everything. And right when he brought it to me, I said, man, that ain't gonna make 1,200 on my dyno. Not with this components. He's like, yeah, it's gonna, okay. And we put it all together and everything, and I think I didn't make 1,100. Made like 1,070. And I was like, and then he ran it for a little bit, and he brought it back. And he says, put a blower on it now. I was like, all right, now we'll be all right.
Hey, so let me just show you what I learned right off the bat. You've been doing this so long. Listen to this, John. He's been doing this so long, he can look at the parts when they bring them to you in the box.
Oh, yeah.
And then you say, I'm going to make this, and you tell him, like, nah, nope. It's not. I've been doing this too long, bro.
Yeah.
This combination here doesn't do that.
It's not going to do it.
Sure. That's what Giuseppe meant. He said, he was telling me all the time, he said, man, so they got a machine shop in the back.
Yeah.
They together, but they look different. So this dude did his money. I said, Giuseppe, if you need money, just tell me. Yeah. You know what I mean? I just want to get the motor done, bro.
Yeah. So back here we have 3 different homes. We're really perfected on honing. There's people that send us blocks from, we do blocks for people in Australia, all over the US. We'll actually go through, so this is a profilometer. This will actually sit in that cylinder, and this will actually drag right above the cylinder, and it actually gives you the whole surface finish of the cylinder. The peaks, the valleys, everything about the hone. Then it puts it into a program. So just like your engine, I have a whole sheet, and it's every single cylinder. We don't check one cylinder. Every single cylinder is checked, and we all make sure that the profilometer is correct. to the cylinder. So this damn box is worth as much as both these machines. Because the diamond blades, when they're bought, they're only good for about 200,000. They actually have a very slight curvature to them, so it keeps the cylinder real round and everything. So because of that, you have to buy a lot of them to cover all the different blocks we ride and everything. So for me, the small tire stuff was like, I love it. I love any grudge racing.
Any grudge, yeah. You always
grudge
the mix
racing.
of everything. Yeah,
So-
always have.
That's probably why I like it, because I love the street race. So when I get turned on the grudge, I'm like, oh, this is me.
Oh yeah,
All day.
without a doubt.
That's what I said.
These are all the torque plates that we've made, all the different hone heads. This is actually, we do the cam tunnels in here, so when we bore the cam tunnels and all that stuff and everything, we do all that in here and everything. And then actually here, this is another thing that we actually made, we came up with and everything. So this is what we qualify all the pistons in. So now we come in here and we measure every single piston. We can measure what's called the cam of the piston. So the taper of the piston and everything. And we started qualifying every single piston for two reasons. For one, not everything is always exactly the same, but for two, usually you have to hold a mic and mic the piston, and you're holding the piston, you're holding this, and it's got to be measured in the exact spot because the piston's tapered. So we took all that out and we put the piston in here, and actually this sits at an exact height, whatever height you want to measure it at. We have a whole program that it goes into, and what that program does is map out the whole piston, and we know exactly how much taper the piston has, what cam is on the piston, and we could adjust any kind of honing if we need to, size-wise and everything to the piston. Everything's a snowball, and everything we do is we're trying to stay on that cutting edge, and just trying to keep everything as precise as possible.
Hey, so I'm gonna say it like this. Before I get to the bad news, let's go to the good news. The good news is, man, QMP Mike, listen, he done opened up his shop. You guys just saw, what he has to offer and the time and the detail that he puts in, to building a motor, period. Now for the bad news. Shit, yeah, I'll let you tell me the bad news.
Motor's definitely not coming home today, but
right.
not for bad reasons though. This
Right.
dude always over the top. Now he did come out here with I know, but he's just gonna add the final touches as far as the oil sump and everything to it, just to make sure it's completed, so we can drop the motor straight in. Hey, Mike makes sure everybody's well taken care of. I've been dealing with Mike since I was a kid, and always been 100%. QMP's always been super solid, good products. So this is what it is. It's bad but good. It ain't bad. It's good.
Yeah,
Actually,
good.
Mike gonna make sure
Right,
he's
right.
100%
He gonna make
right.
sure it's right.
He's right.
Right.
So when he get the motor in the car, it's 100%. Right.
Right. And you guys can see this right here. Look, after you come to a shop like this, and I know you see this makeshift pointer, he was just getting it ready for me to take it so that we could do something else. But after just listening to him, and his recommendation and following what he say, it makes sense for when we get through with this, he could put everything on the rest of the pumps, do some plumbing, so that way when we set it in there, and he want me to bring back the motor plate so he can add some things onto that. So,
But look, we're not going on fully empty-handed.
oh, yeah.
Mike did give us
yeah.
some pretty dope shirts.
Yeah.
QMP on there.
Hey, so let me ask you
Right
this
on.
then, Fred. How come we didn't bring him no West Coast Grudge Racing Media shirt?
I'm gonna ask you that.
Julio, I'll pass the buck. Julio, where's his shirt?
Well, let's make sure we mail one.
Right.
Can we get
I'll
one in the
send one
mail?
out to him though.
100%.
But these are his shirts.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, the hospitality here is right,
1,000%.
and you guys know
Always
who he
have
is.
been.
I gotta say this too. Hey, thanks Giuseppe. Thank you to Bodie. Thank you, Fred.
Hey.
Fred made it happen today. Fred said he was not gonna let it go down without being here. For
Hey,
this.
I might be fired, but hey, I'm here, right?
right. Hey, so with that being said, hey, thanks John. Thanks Mike. Thanks Julio. And guess what, folks? You know how we do. We out. Peace.